We begin today in Washington, where there's a glimmer of hope as the House enters its fourth day of voting in the battle for Speaker of the House.
Frustrations are running high and House operations remain at a standstill as lawmakers prepare to close out the week with no clear candidate. Republican leader Kevin McCarthy is making history. After 11 rounds of votes over the last 3 days, he has fallen short of the 218 votes needed each time. This morning, lawmakers are preparing for the 12th round of voting, something that has not happened in 163 years. Despite this, McCarthy remains confident.
Who else will get to 200 votes? How many more votes until we win?
I felt very positive yesterday. I feel more positive today. I think we had really good discussions. I think it really come to a really good point.
NBC News congressional correspondent Julie Tsirkin joins us now with the very latest. So, Julie, as we mentioned, there was a little bit of progress in negotiations, but could this still drag into a second week? I mean, what do we expect today?
Yeah, Joe, it's Groundhog Day again and again and again this week. We've been hearing for days now that progress has been made, but last night, it seems like things are finally maybe starting to shake loose. If the math doesn't add up, you're not alone. I don't think it's enough to get Kevin McCarthy to 218. But all day yesterday, his allies were running from meeting to meeting. We were chasing them up and down the stairs, trying to peel off some of those who were in the opposition camp. They're not going to get all of them in one go, but this is kind of the phase one, as one source described it to me. I want you to take a listen to some of the back and forth we heard all day yesterday from his allies and opponents.
If it takes till tomorrow, it takes tomorrow. It takes till the 4th of July, it takes till the 4th of July. But at the end of the day, Kevin will be the speaker.
We need to get to a point where we start evaluating what life after Kevin McCarthy looks like.
First time in 100 years that there is no Congress. Because of ambition or power grabs, dysfunction. It's embarrassing, it's dysfunctional, it's dangerous, it's stupid. Those are the words that Republicans have used.
Look, the longer this goes, the harder it gets for Kevin McCarthy to actually get that speakership gavel, because people's patience are growing thin, right? They have the weekend they're up against today, the January 6th anniversary, so lawmakers are focused on other things. They really need to get this wrapped up, but it's not clear and it's not likely they're going to do that today.
I mean, McCarthy is making history, and not in a good way, with the number of failed House Speaker votes that have taken place. How could this impact his ability to lead if he does get the gavel? Is this a precursor of what the next 2 years could look like, with the hard right group within the Republican Party making it difficult for the majority to govern?
Yeah, that's something people are talking about. That's something moderates are really concerned about. I was talking to a couple of them yesterday who are worried that these concessions that Kevin McCarthy is making to these hard right conservatives could weaken his power and his standing, because some of those concessions, as we talked about, include rules committee changes, putting those members on some of those committees that can actually control the floor, and also that motion to vacate. Any one of those members, according to these new rules, could essentially put up a fight to Kevin McCarthy at any time they wanted to on the floor. So this is really tricky, and moderates I was talking to, there's actually going to be a phone call this morning where Kevin McCarthy tries to appeal to them and try to shake those worries away, but they're worried about how this is going to play the next 2 years. There's already going to be gridlock in Washington with a divided Congress. Moderates are hoping they're going to be able to work across the aisle to get bipartisan legislation passed. But this gets trickier and trickier the more concessions McCarthy continues to make to these groups of hardliners for them to get anything done over the next 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency.
Looking at the present, I mean, we've said no business within the House can be handled until the Speaker is elected. There's some crucial legislative matters and housekeeping that are going to remain at a standstill if this battle drags on. So what's not getting done and what's at risk here?
Yeah, this is a big problem. I was talking to members on the Intelligence Committee, for example, who told me I'm not even a member of Congress. They can't get into the special room that requires clearance. All of that has been revoked and put on hold as they're waiting for a speaker to be sworn in. There's also, of course, the issue of pay. Staffers have been texting me all day yesterday panicking about this because January 13th is the last day they're being able to process their pay unless something happens on the floor for committee staff, for example. For other staffers, it's not clear even later into the month when they can get paid. So this is a problem on all fronts. And of course, the Americans People Business Constituent Services cannot get done. The House Rules Committee ruled that yesterday. So this is really an issue that's affecting all Americans as they're watching this drama play out on the House floor. This is drama bringing it back home into their real lives as they can't get any answers from their elected representatives.
Yeah, the ripple effects here. It's about more than just one position. Julie, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.